Hello, this is Mark Pfeiffer with our 8th and final episode of the Developing Town Center Microgrid webinar series. All the webinars, their accompanying fact sheets, and the full report can be found at www.microgrids.io. As we have seen, enthusiasm for town center microgrids remains high as part of the ongoing national evolution of the delivery and management of electrical power. However, current market and regulatory conditions present significant challenges to their development. On the remaining slides, I'll discuss what can be done to work through the challenges to take advantage of the opportunity. But be forewarned, the solutions are not simple. And who should engage in the activities are unclear, but that needs to include industry advocates, regulators, and local government experts as appropriate to the issue. All relevant interests need to be part of the solution. For energy supply purchase projects, we should develop best practices for government off-takers. We should identify what needs to be part of a planning study, how to engage developers and address risks, and develop model contract provisions that serve the life of an energy supply agreement, energy as a service, or power purchase agreement. Working with regulators is important. EDCs and the DER industry should develop regulatory models that address the technical and fiscal impact DERs have on EDCs. At a minimum, these models should include DER access to public rights-of-way, regulating EDC interconnects at the point of common coupling, and technical management and controls such as voltage regulation and switching. And keep in mind, this issue goes beyond TC microgrids and affects all microgrids in an EDC's territory. We need to examine the effect the screen skimming challenge presents by DER. You will recall this is where economically advantageous islanded microgrids can benefit the owner and negatively affect the economics of the EDC. This should include developing rate reform strategies to assure that needed grid services are financially supported and the costs are equitably distributed. We need to examine the impact that microgrid and DER projects may have on reduced state or local revenue energy system related taxes and fees. This can include the impact on social benefit program funding and aid programs that support local government. Assess the status, progress, and impact of state and local decarbonization policies on microgrid development. This can involve developing public policies that balance resilience and reliability, greenhouse gas and carbon reduction, and the technological maturity of solutions. There should be consideration of tying regulatory efforts to improve EDC baseline reliability and redundance to EDC acceptance and management of DER on their grids. Next would be working for legislation to remove regulatory hurdles, such as rights-of-way limits and laws that eliminate barriers in public agency contracting practices that will support financially viable resilience and reliability-focused projects. Finally, implementation of individual town center microgrid project tariffs to facilitate projects by balancing EDC technical and financial concerns with the public value of TC microgrid projects. And that brings us to the end of our webinar series. We hope you found them educational and useful. You can submit questions on the issues raised here and in the report generally by using the Contact Us link on the microgrids.io website. And be sure to check the other resources on that microgrids.io website. And we thank you for your time and attention to this series.